Hello and welcome to Round 4 Flicks. Over the years, the concept of treasure hunting has served as inspiration for a countless number of films. But the best treasure hunt films are unforgettable adventures. We have left out already hugely popular films like Indiana Jones and Pirates of the Caribbean movies because you may have already heard about them in many other videos. As we all know, a plethora of films have explored the theme of treasure hunting in various ways. Some focus more on pure adventure, while others portray shadier tales. However, to make things simple for you, we've chosen the top 10 treasure hunting films that everyone should watch. Let's now begin the video. Number 10. Dora and the Lost City, of adaptation of both the Nickelodeon cartoon series Dora and Friends and the animated television series Dora the Explorer. The story centers on Dora, who spent the majority of her life with her parents adventuring. While on a mission, Dora finds herself in charge of leading Diego, a mysterious jungle dweller, and a motley group of teenagers on an expedition to recover her parents and unravel the extremely complicated mystery of the Lost City of Gold. Due to its adaptation of the well-known show, this movie is very unique and created a lot of excitement among teenagers in the 1990s. Number 9. National Treasure. It is an action-adventure movie from 2004 that is similar to Indiana Jones but has less violence. There are currently 2 movies in the National Treasure film series. Both movies are centered around Benjamin Franklin Gates, an American historian, amateur cryptologist, and the last descendant of a long line of treasure hunters. In contrast to Indiana Jones, whose main focus is a single artifact, National Treasure is about unraveling the historical facts, discovering the final clue to unlock the mystery, and reclaiming the artifact. While the first film followed historian Benjamin as he searched for a treasure that was hidden away during the early days of America's foundation, in order to find the treasure, he had to fight off mercenaries and law enforcement in order to find the map that was hidden away. Overall, the film is a great blend of American history and a compelling action-adventure story that captivates you right away. Number 8. Uncharted. Ruben Fleischer is the director of this action-adventure film from 2022, which is based on the same-named video game franchise. The story centers on treasure hunter Victor Sullivan, who recruits Nathan Drake's assistance in his quest to find a 500-year-old hidden fortune collected by explorer Magellan. However, they face a race against crooked tycoon Santiago Moncada, who is convinced that the treasure is his, and they must outrun him. Victor and Nathan must comprehend the clues and unravel one of history's great puzzles in order to locate the 500-year-old lost treasure of the Magellan journey before Moncada gets his hands on the treasure. What begins as a heist operation for the two turns into a cross-country journey. The film includes incredible visual effects and wild action scenes that keep you on the edge of your seat. Number 7. The Rundown. Peter Berg is the director of this action-adventure comedy film from 2003. The story centers on the fearless bounty hunter Beck, who is convinced to bring Travis, his nefarious boss's adventure-seeking son, back home from the dangerous Amazon jungle. However, they are in the dusty town of El Dorado, and Beck is in for a difficult ride because Cornelius Hatcher, the local tyrant and wealthy mining tycoon, is frantically seeking to find Travis, the only person who knows the precise location of a rare golden relic. However, Beck and Travis finally worked with a strange rebel to discover the treasure. They were finally pursued by the Hatcher's small army and the intriguing, feisty barmaid with the hidden objective. The Hatcher hunts out the Amazon jungle and overcomes all of its dangers. The film also has a few innovative and insane battle scenes that really set it apart. Number 6. The Adventures of Tintin. Steven Spielberg is the director of this 2011 animated action-adventure film. The story centers on a young reporter named Tintin, who buys a model of an antique ship called the Unicorn while shopping at an outdoor market with the help of his dog Snowy. Later, an American named Barnaby and a shady man named Saccharine attempt to buy the model from Tintin, but he refuses. The incredible journey begins when the youngster discovers that the ship contains a clue about a hidden treasure. However, before he can find it, Captain Haddock kidnaps him and asks for his help in finding the loot. Then they set out on a treasure hunt for a sunken ship captained by Haddock's ancestor. His ancestor, Sir Francis Haddock, had genuinely owned the treasure in the 17th century. Although not everyone may enjoy Spielberg's animated films, it is entertaining to watch him work with the format. Number 5. Lara Croft, Tomb Raider. It is an action-adventure movie from 2001 that is based on the Tomb Raider video game series. The story centers on Lara Croft, a smart and beautiful woman who we can compare to Indiana Jones by substituting her whip for 2 pistols and her fedora for a ponytail. Lara embarks on her first ever adventure as she sets out on a personal quest to find the Triangle of Light, a time-bending artifact that her late father devoted his entire life to locating. Croft encounters the Illuminati while searching for the Triangle. This secret organization wants to own the Triangle of Light for its own sinister purposes. Overall, the film is incredibly enjoyable from beginning to end. Number 4. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Sergio Leone is the director of this Italian epic Western film from 1966. The story is set in the Southwest during the Civil War and follows 3 enigmatic strangers: Blondie, a Mexican robber; Tuco, an ugly man; and Angel Eyes, a bad man. Blondie is a professional gunfighter who is now looking for work. Angel Eyes is a hitman who will only agree to a task if he is paid to do so, and Tuco is a wanted outlaw trying to protect himself. However, things take an interesting turn when Blondie and Tuco form a difficult alliance in which Blondie turns on Tuco for the reward money only to save him just before he is being hanged. In the end, the 2 men reunite to search for 20,000 soldiers who have been buried in the desert, but they must escape Angel Eyes and the Union Army to succeed. Overall, it's not just one of the best Western films ever made, it's also a fantastic Western interpretation of the classic treasure hunt story that transports you on a massive action journey across a war-torn America. Number 3. Jungle Cruise. John Collatsera is the director of this fantasy-adventure film from 2021. Dwayne Johnson plays Frank in the movie, and Emily Blunt plays Dr. Lily Houghton. The movie is set in the early 20th century and takes place in the Amazon jungle. The story centers on Dr. Lily Houghton, who hires a wisecracking boat captain named Frank to transport her through the Amazon forest. Together, they look for the Tears of the Moon tree, an ancient tree with healing properties whose discovery would alter the course of medical history. A centuries-old curse poses a threat to their grand intentions as they journey ever more deeply into the heart of the forest in search of an impossibly mysterious object. This should be your choice if you want to watch a full-on, enjoyable fantasy adventure that keeps you entertained right away. Number 2. Blood Diamond. This film is an action-packed political war thriller, but it also tells a treasure-hunting story from a different perspective. The story takes place in Sierra Leone in the 1990s and centers on Danny Archer, a white South African mercenary, and Solomon Bandy, a black men's fisherman, who team up to search for a valuable gem that has the potential to change their lives. To accomplish their mission, they ask for the assistance of an American journalist named Maddie and set out on a perilous journey into rebel territory. Overall, the film features a fantastic story, incredible action, and excellent lead acting. I'm aware that many of you may not be familiar with this film, but if you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend that you do so. Number 1. The Dig. Simon Stone is the director of this British drama film from 2021. The story is set in the late 1930s on the edge of World War II and centers on wealthy Suffolk landowner Edith Pretty, who hires self-taught archaeologist excavator Basil Brown to look into the burial mounds of a remote estate. Despite pressure from his former employers and the remote possibility of discovering anything of value, Basil chooses to work at Sutton. This decision proves to be a game-changing one later on when his team discovers a ship from the Middle Ages, which becomes an era-defining find for the researchers in the years that follow. In order to let you know, this isn't your typical treasure-hunting adventure film. Rather, it is based on real events. If you are interested in archaeology, you will enjoy this film. That is all for today. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to our channel to view future videos about suggested movies and television shows.